What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more fighting. So I did do the UFC 194 card, and for those asking, I did not watch Anthony Joshua versus Dillian White. I was looking at updates on my phone. I was out filming in Oakland, so I didn't catch it. I'm gonna go watch that now. But I did cover UFC 194. Check out those post-fight videos. Now I gotta do the prediction walk of shame. Now, really, the only reason that I'm doing this, some people are like, man, stop bragging, stop gloating. And I could be a humble champ. I don't have to tell you, you guys know if I'm right or wrong with the prediction. However, when you do this at this level, what I'm doing, get on YouTube and make predictions, you get, everybody has a voice. You get a lot of like hate and hatred. And I probably wouldn't do this if it weren't for the boxing and MMA probably have the poorest sportsmanship when it comes to the fans. Not the fighters, the fans. What I mean by that is they'll, especially with the internet, they'll talk a bunch of shit about fighter X and say, oh, he's going to lose, he's going to get his ass kicked, he's going to get knocked out in round one, this, that, and the third. And when that doesn't come true, instead of congratulating the fighter that did win, right, what they do is make a bunch of excuses. Oh, Aldo was drained, or Aldo or this fighter didn't do this, or he hadn't fought, or he's coming off. Instead of just being like, I was wrong. So, ego has to restore the order and put it back in perspective. Now, I did my 7 reasons video, and I only put it up 4 days ago, and there was a lot of comments, and a lot of people did not like what I had to say because I picked Conor McGregor to defeat Jose Aldo. They said I was dumb. I didn't know what I was talking about. Some people were disagreeing with me and they were respectful. So there were people that were respectful or respectful of both opponents and they just didn't think Conor would win. That's fine. But as you guys can see throughout the video, you'll see some comments. Some people agree. Some people are saying I'm the king of predictions. I'm TBE of predictions now. So it's all fun and games. But it is what it is. Conor McGregor, in his last 2 fights, I've been impressed. Reason being, Conor McGregor, people said, oh, he's overrated. He ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought no one that could take him to the ground with a great wrestling background. Then he fights Chad Mendes. Then people say, oh, it was a premature stoppage. Chad Mendes, even though he was like falling over on the cage and obviously hurt, the ref shouldn't have stopped it. That was premature. Or they say, oh, Chad Mendes, he didn't have the full time to prepare. But on the flip side to that, that's true. Chad Mendes was a last-minute replacement to Jose Aldo, who pulled out because of a rib injury. However, it takes 2 to tango. What I mean by that is it's a fight. So Chad Mendes has fought Jose Aldo, but they don't necessarily fight exactly the same. They don't have the same vital statistics and measurements and height and reach and stuff like that. So it works both ways. Yes, Chad Mendes didn't have as much time to have a full training camp, but obviously he was in good enough shape and like staying somewhat active because he was able to make weight. He looked good at the weigh-in. And what I mean by that is it takes 2 to tango is the mere fact that it's one thing to train for a certain opponent, like you're training for Aldo, and then he pulls out unbeknownst to you, and then you just have to find somebody else. So you got to give credit to Conor McGregor, even in the Chad Mendes. Yes, Chad didn't have the full time to prepare for the normal training camp, but neither did Conor McGregor. He had a time to prepare, but he was preparing for someone totally different. And that, I mean, that in itself is a challenge, really. You know what I'm saying? If you're preparing for one guy's style, like it's like if you're a student in a class and you're preparing for one teacher and you know what style exam that they produce or what type of questions they'll put on their test, and then that teacher gets fired or is sick, and then you get another substitute who has a whole different curriculum and a whole different style. That's different. Or a manager at a job. You're used to doing your duties and performing. The manager A wants everything this way. Then he gets fired. Now you have another manager with a whole different set of list of things that are their priorities that the old manager might not have wanted. So that's what it's like in the fight game when you have to take last minute replacements. And same thing with the Jose Aldo. Now people are making excuses. That's why you're seeing the walk of shame video. Because if you see these same people who are picking Aldo and saying, oh, Ego, you don't know what you're talking about, call them out. Because, again, boxing and MMA probably has the poorest sportsmanship in terms of fans who try to hedge their bets and double back instead of just manning up or womaning up if you're a female and saying, hey, you know what? I didn't expect this fighter to pull it off, but he proved me wrong. You know what I'm saying? People come up with all types of excuses. Boxing, oh, I picked Pacquiao to knock Mayweather out in 3 rounds, and that didn't happen. But, oh, it's a shoulder. Like, I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? We got to restore the feeling back to these combat fighting sports. These fighters put their lives on the line, and I take the time out of my day. This is what I do full time. This is my job. This is what I do. And I try to produce good content. I'm not always right. I say king of predictions, haha, but I don't always get them right. I've been wrong. And see, and that's the other thing. Being in the spotlight, having a channel, you know what I mean, with a certain amount of subscribers, you're in that limelight. And by doing predictions, I put myself on the chopping block each and every time, because the side that doesn't agree with my prediction, a lot of fans are just radical and they're going to attack you and say, oh, you're dumb. Go watch my 7 reasons. I didn't say one bad word about Jose Aldo. I just didn't pick him to win. And I gave reasons. And that's bigger and more than what a lot of people do. You know what I mean? A lot of other people will just say, oh, so-and-so is going to get his ass beat. And that's it. It's just a blanket statement. No explanation, no breakdown. I take the time to compose videos and gather my thoughts and stuff like that to record these videos. And that's what I'm trying to give back to the sport of boxing and also MMA and just in general fighting. So that's the real goal with the 7 reasons. Again, I'm not always right. My predictions have been wrong before as well. But I did pretty good this year. You know what I'm saying? I did real good on the predictions. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. If you see the same people commenting and saying something different, make sure you call them out. We got to get these sports back to what they're supposed to be. Good sportsmanship. Like, the fighters even do it. Someone will knock another fighter out and then they're cordial to each other after. But you don't really get that with the fans of boxing or the fans of MMA. They'll be like, oh, Conor, he's still dumb. He's still overrated. Why? I mean, he went in there, smoked a dude, knocked him out in 13 seconds, which no one else that I know has done that to Jose Aldo. And he was highly skilled. The first punch he really connected with solid, he did his thing and slept him. So it is what it is. Again, props to Conor McGregor. Definitely looking forward to see how they promote him and market him now. He's already outspoken. He speaks his mind. And he has that swag about him. So he's definitely holding the torch for the UFC right now. He's that next star. Outspoken, doesn't give a fuck, stylish, all that good stuff. And he can scrap. So it is what it is. It's time to usher in the new breed. And it looks like it's Conor McGregor for the UFC. Drop it in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Were you shocked with the outcome of Aldo versus McGregor? Did you expect it? Again, the 7 reasons, just go look at, this is just a fraction of the comments, but go look at the video. There's a lot of people. That's what I'm saying. People say, oh, you just pick favorites. Go look at the comments. It didn't sound like McGregor was the favorite based on all the people that said he was overrated and he was going to get destroyed by Aldo. Aldo had too much skill. You guys see the comments. So that's what I want. Let's get this sport back to giving people their fair shake and the fair credit for a victory. You know what I mean? If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. It is what it is. And Conor McGregor, he proved a lot of people wrong. Danny Jacobs last week proved a lot of people wrong, beating Peter Quillen. So we got to start respecting and giving the proper credit to these fighters who risk their lives. Drop it in the comment section. Let me know what you think of Conor McGregor's performance and what's next. Make sure you like my video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.